Hello, it's my Eurovision 2021 semi-final one results reaction. Welcome to Matt Loves Eurovision. Please do, as always, click on the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, like, share, and comment below. So once again, I am doing this slightly more informal way. I'm recording this via my laptop rather than husband recording this again, just not quite had the time, wanted to get this out quite quickly. I'm speaking in the morning after the semi-final one, and just wanted to bring kind of some thoughts on the results and the night. Before I get onto that, just to say how wonderful it was to have Eurovision back again after 2 years, to have the live show. Great to see a crowd as well. It's so unusual these days, and the live performances on the stage. It was just fantastic, and really enjoyed it. But to get to the actual results, so we had a little mini jury here where I live in Surbiton, the three of us, and we got 8 out of 10 of the qualifiers right, or what we preferred. So just run through kind of our top 10 and see how it compares. So with our top place, or 12 points, was Lithuania. You probably gathered from my top 39 that Lithuania was my favourite, also happened to be our overall favourite here as well. So really pleased that they have got through, and they're also going to be in the second half. So that should hopefully be quite an impactful song. Our 10 points, our second place was Ukraine. That was something we, again, 2 of the 3 of us were absolutely loved. The other person liked it a lot, not quite as much, but again, thought it was absolutely fantastic. Our 8 points, third place, went to Malta. Obviously, Destiny pulled an amazing performance out. I think she really put herself in contention to win on Saturday. So, and I would really like to see them to win, I have to say. And then our first non-qualifier, our 7 points, was Australia. And yeah, such a shame. I mean, who knows whether it would have made a big difference if Montaigne had been in Rotterdam. Maybe it would have been just such a shame. I think it's such a good song, and yes, and well, I'll come on to kind of how I feel about the songs that qualified in its place. Our 6 points was Belgium. Really pleased that got through, and that it's doing it for us slightly older people, as I think Hooverphonic are the only ones that are in my age range. Actually, no, Senate and Flowrider are as well. I think we're not too distant. So our 5 points was Russia. That was actually, yeah, I knew that would go through so easily, and obviously the voting agreed as well. Our 4 points was Croatia, and that obviously did not go through. 3 points went to Israel, so we were aligned with what actually happened. So that might have been a surprise to some people, I think. 2 points was Sweden. Of course, Sweden qualified yet again, I think 10th year in the row or something along those lines. And our 1 point, our 10th place, was Cyprus. And of course, that went through. And it's, I think, Cyprus's 6th straight qualification, which is really good going, considering previous to that, their record was not that great. So we lost from our 8 out of 10. We lost Australia and Croatia, and the 2 songs that we lost it to, the countries that we lost it to, were Norway and Azerbaijan. And it was something that I kind of feared, perhaps. And I'll be honest, they are not. I mean, they are low down on my list. I think I'm probably less annoyed about Norway going through. I think he ticks. There's lots of there's quite a story about him, and so good on him, and I think his performance has improved a lot. Azerbaijan, I find predictable that it went through. Slightly annoying from my perspective. I just feel it's really kind of, I don't know, there's paper thin in its kind of meaning, and also the fact that she tends to use the microphone more like a prop, because that certainly didn't go near her mouth for quite a large part of the performance. But anyway, I shouldn't be unkind. I'm just annoyed that we lost Croatia to Azerbaijan. And to be honest, I did think, with Croatia, Israel, and Azerbaijan, I thought you might only get 1 or 2 of the 3, but perhaps I didn't expect, and I think a lot of people didn't expect, that Croatia would have been the one that didn't go through. But yeah, maybe something just didn't click for the televisors. We'll have to wait and see after Eurovision to find out kind of where it appeared. Well, I think everyone's assuming it was in the 11th place, but it may not be true. Of the others, I think Romania, I still think it's a good song, and she's a great singer. It just didn't come together, and I don't think it hadn't come together through the whole rehearsals, which is such a shame. And I hope this doesn't, badly affect. I think she's been, I don't think her delegation necessarily have done the right thing by it. I think that all the staging, certainly, I think there was lots of things that perhaps it could have done differently. But I'm sure she's a great. She seems very sort of talented singer-songwriter, so hopefully this won't set it back too much. But Ireland, I think Ireland was my top 10. I love this. I have to say the studio version. I'm not quite sure the staging paid off. I think it made me distracted, and I'm not sure Leslie's vocal necessarily as good as it perhaps might have otherwise been. I'm sure we've heard it better. So I'm not that surprised perhaps Ireland didn't go through. Obviously disappointed because Ireland was in my top 10, and I really enjoy that song, and Leslie's lovely. But and the final two that didn't go through, which again, perhaps not surprising, no one really expected them to go through, were North Macedonia and Slovenia, the two sort of big ballads. I think of those, I prefer North Macedonia. I think Vassil's just gone through so much. He's one of the first out public people from North Macedonia. Recently, he's been through an awful lot of stuff, and I think just being on the Eurovision stage meant so much to him. And there's nothing more he could do. He gave it his all, and they actually got the stage, and North Macedonia got the staging right as well. So I don't think he could have done any more than he could, but I just to say I'm not sure it was just chimed quite right with the audience, or maybe juries. And finally Slovenia, I think again it was squished between Lithuania and Russia, and also she's a great voice, but I actually felt a little bit nervous maybe, and I think she was a bit nervous in the jury show as well. But yeah, I don't think it necessarily connected to people, so I'm not surprised that didn't go through. So but I think all of the acts have done well, and that just the staging looked great, and just very enjoyable. And I hope I'm looking forward to semi-final 2, and I will be posting another video up of kind of the sort of predictions for semi-final 2 in certainly before the final, before it takes place, probably on Thursday morning, and I'll do a reaction to the results to that as well in due course. But for now, we will see you soon, and take care.